Sup, world? Another sleepless night. I want to talk about the effects of parental alienation, the syndrome, and how it affects the parent that's being alienated from their children. It's not a healthy thing. It's far from healthy. You know, as a man, it makes me feel like, okay, I should walk away and focus on me, say fuck them all. And then as a father, it's like you're not going all out for your children. And when you go to thinking like that, that makes you think of everything, like murder be the main one, because any and every parent that loves their children would murder for their children. So it's like it creates a mental instability within the person to where now you must not care. You have to not care in order to make healthy decisions. And then you think about the children, and that makes it even harder. It builds the anger up even more so. It's like these narcissistic people who live in lies they don't see what they're doing to children. And unless you get it to federal court or the Supreme Court, you kind of asked out. But there's rights. The children has rights, and a person like that is actually committing child neglect because they're depriving the children of their rights. So that's neglecting the child. Also, the parental alienating syndrome affects children in a negative way as well, because one thing that we know in this world, that truth comes to light. So the children will grow hatred towards the parent who caused the alienation. And it's a fact, because it's like I dealt with this with my first set of boys, and I mean I was treated harshly by their mother, and you know, now all of a sudden, since his birthday just passed this year, now all of a sudden I'm needed, I'm wanted, I'm desired to be in his life by the same woman who alienated me, listening to her people. And it's like, now that my oldest son has found out the truth, you know, he doesn't even want to be down there no more. So now I'm pushing to make steps to get him with me, which that's going to be easy, because, you know, she finally realizes that finances don't raise children, and children needs their father, especially when they have a good father of great morals. But it's kind of got a rift between my son and her other children for the other guy, and also my son and the rest of her family, because the truth then came out. So he knows that there was a lot of lies that was told about his father, and Basically, he wants his father. So, and when I talked to him and I hear my son tell me that, you know, it hurt him to see other kids with their father, and he would desire me. It's kind of broke me down, and it makes me want to fight harder for these two kids, because I have a daughter now, and like I said, I'm a father, man. So it's hard to fight every day your own mind, to be like, okay, I'm gonna let it go, and then 2-3 minutes later you're like, fuck that, I want to fight whoever in the way, I'm gonna destroy them. It's like, you know, it's just a flip-flop all day, every fucking day. Like, the shit is very unhealthy. But there is hope, there is light at the end of it, because I mean, once you prove that a parent is that fucked up to basically hurt the children like that, the courts normally take custodial rights from that person and gives them to the person who would have the children's mental and psychological capacity in the best interest. Because, I mean, we all know for a fact that you can have all the money in the world and still be unhappy. So money doesn't bring forth happiness, and it damn sure cannot raise children. So to deprive children of that right and to commit or pass on your mental illness as a parent who would do some shit like that, it's not welcomed. And like I said, people don't think it's hopeless. The only thing you gotta do is get it out of these state courts, because the state courts, they want families to be apart. That's the only way that they could step in and act like they're the father. They have to get the father out of the way. So they push for the evilness of these women. They push for the mental ill women that has these disorders, whether it be post-traumatic stress or whether it be narcissistic or schizophrenic behavior. It is real. And it's like I said, man, you gotta really evaluate people before you allow yourself to get close with people and allow yourself to fall in love with them. Because like I said, man, if I knew everything I knew now about that person, bruh, I would have never been in that predicament. I wouldn't be in this predicament. I would have never fucked with that person, because I'm very intelligent. And I mean, I don't move based on emotions, but it's just, you know, I fell in love with that person, and me, I'm a real man. When I love real. So I fell in love with that person, and after falling in love with that person, all her bad sides and secrets and history started coming out, and it's like, well, you're still that same person. So again, getting off subject, but parental alienation doesn't only affect the children. It doesn't only affect the parent. And the shit can be detrimental, because, like I say, I haven't slept in, I think it's been about 4 months now. I haven't seen my children. My son's birthday in a few days. You know, I just got tired trying, getting denied access. And the last time what really make me don't go back is, you know, to knock on the door and have my daughter right there crying, trying to open the door, trying to get to me, and her evil ass mother's just sitting there, just standing there like she has no remorse for me or the child. just because she's a fucked up individual. And it's like, I can't keep putting my daughter through that stress, because I mean, she wouldn't be stressed out if I didn't go knock on the door and try to see her. She wouldn't be crying. But then it's like, okay, well, you go to wondering about how your child feel when you don't go. It's like, if she's crying this hard for me right now, trying to open the door, it's like, I wonder how hard she cries for me when I'm not. It's like, so you put yourself through. Yeah, it's a fucking fight. That's all I can say. Mentally, it's detrimental, bro. But I just wish at times I was like other men, and I had the audacity to just walk away, like, for real. I wish I did. Cause they always say you gotta do things for yourself, but